Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your beautiful faces back to another video. In today's video, as you see by the title, it's going to be a Q&A that I did over on Instagram. Long time since I did one of these on the channel, and the car boot was called off this morning. I didn't have time to get out and do anything. It's getting harder now the missus is going back to work. Also getting a lot harder now the views are going down, so the revenue's going down. So if you do watch the videos, I appreciate you. And if you are subscribed and you're seeing this and you're not watching the videos, then just what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Nothing else I can do. I'm falling out of love with this reselling game at the minute. But yeah, YouTube was always the main goal. That's going like this, but sales are going like this. So I can't have one or the other. So I'm happily to let the sales go down, YouTube go back up. So if you've got anybody who wants to follow me, anyone wants to shout me out, I don't know, anything, anyone wants to sponsor, let me know. And without further ado, let's get into the Q&A. So we've had 12 questions sent in from my followers slash legends of people. And we'll just start off straight away. I will have them pop up here somewhere on the screen when we go through them. And I've got them on my phone just to read out what they said. So we'll start off with George's Treasure Shed. Absolute legend. If you're not following him already, make sure you do. He's put best ever pickup. Now, to me, that could mean a couple of things. First thing it could mean is this. Is it the biggest item I've ever sold? The best item I've ever sold, even though you did say what's your best pickup. So I'm just going to take it at face value. What's the best pickup ever? For me, it was the £3 camera that sold for £300 and it sold twice. So cheers for that to George. Can't speak English today. Up next, we've got Jenna_LA21, who says, what made you go for reselling as a full-time job over doing it as a side hustle? So the main reason for that was, I was obviously working at Ren. Didn't mind the job, loved the people I worked with. Maybe one or two I didn't. But I remember it was closer to Christmas. I asked the guy if I could have Christmas off because it was Alvy's second Christmas it would have been. And this was in like June, July, August time. And he said, yeah, 100%, I'll sort it. You can have it off because you worked his first Christmas. It's like spot on. 2 months later, I said, oh, just remember I'm not here Christmas Day. And he said to me, I never said that. So I was like, all right, fair enough. And then Kez, the wife, sent me a video of Alvy crawling or walking. He wasn't crawling because he was nearly 2, wasn't he? He sent me a picture of him walking and saying things and doing all other stuff like that, and I just thought, you know what, I'm missing all this for what? I'm making really good money here, and I could even make even more really good money here, make the YouTube channel go up, because I don't have to be at work every day. I can do what I want when I want, and I was a bit arrogant at the time, so that's the reason. The kids beat around the bush there, didn't I? Alvy was the reason. I wanted to be at home. Somebody I work with was a bit of a dick. Up next, we've got Ink123_GH112. What a name that is. Where are you going on holiday next? Enjoy your holiday vlogs. For you, son, I'll tell you straight up. We go on Monday. Is it Monday? What day are we on now? We're on Wednesday, so we go Monday to Butlins for 5 days. Now, we always want to go abroad or whatever, but when we took Alvy when he was teething and whatever, it was a nightmare. That was with one child. Now Alvy's off his rocker and Rex is teething. There's no way we can book us some holiday to go abroad, so we're just gonna go to Butlins. It's like a 2-hour drive for us, so if worst comes to the worst, we just come home. So yeah, Butlins, and there will be obviously reselling content every day, but there'll also be next week the Butlins videos as well. So yeah. Up next, we've got Giz my own age. Sorry if I butchered that. How much did you start with to start reselling, and at which point did you realise you could go full time? Okay, so I started off with it wasn't even doing reselling, to be fair. I just seen Mrs. was selling on Vinted, so I went on Vinted to see if I could sell some more stuff I didn't want. I went through a lot of stuff that was out of my gaming room. So I was obviously doing YouTube gaming, and I filmed a video and it got some better views than my gaming videos was, and I sold, I think, between 250 and 300 quid in between that gap on Vinted. I think it was about 300 quid over a week, and I thought, but yeah, that was all right. So what if I just like go out and buy stuff that was in my game room and sell it on? Not a bad idea. And then Prime hit. So KSI Logan Paul released a drink called Prime. I walked into Asda first thing in the morning one day before work, and boom, all the Primes were there, and I thought, holy shit. So I just see how much I could buy. They say you can only buy a couple, so I think I bought I went in and out like 3 times. I got about 6 bottles of green Prime. Told my mum, look, when you get away, go there and grab me some, 2 quid a time. And I put them on Vinted for like 15, 20 quid each, which was absolutely buzzing at the time. And yeah, so 300 quid basically. I started with 300 quid, and this is hand on heart, God's honest truth. I've never ever reinvested any of my own money into this. So from that 300 quid, it's just kept paying the bills up to now. So yeah, maybe sometimes I might not have no money to go boot sale or whatever, but I'm always got the bills paid, I've always got savings, whatever, all from that 300 quid. Chill and watch. How do beginners start sourcing? Simple as this. You go out to a car boot, you probably watched videos in the past or whatever, you go out to a car boot, you find something, for example, what can we use as an example? This book here, this set of books here, you see at the car boot, you think, I'm not sure about them books, you know. Oh, I've got a barcode on it. How much are your books, love? 50p. 50p. So you get your eBay app out, it opens up like that, click the little camera in the top right, it'll come up like this. You can either take a picture of it, but if you've got a barcode, you just click the button at the bottom, it changes to barcode, scan the bottom of the books, it'll pop up. They're the listings. I don't know if you can see that very well. Go to filter, show more. You can actually lock these in place as well, so you can click that and then click lock, so it'll only ever show you the sold, it won't show you the one before. $17.99 brand new, $35 brand new, pre-owned 15, 18, 7, 8 quid. So for 50p, it's definitely going to be worth the risk, isn't it? Even if it sells $7.99, especially when you first start out, you're going to be on a private account and there's going to be no fees to pay. And that's easy. Just watch videos, and that's pretty much all I can say about that. Watch videos and your phone will tell you everything you need to know. Next question from M.Purcell 1882. He's quite old. He was born in 1882. How long's that did it make you? Bloody old. But you're not old. But anyway, he asks, what's the biggest mistake you made when you first started reselling? Boom, what a question, and I've got the answer for this. When I first started, and I got like 6, 7 months into it, I was buzzing, I bouncing around, I was like, yes, 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 I'm gonna be the king of this. And I got arrogant, I didn't want to listen to anyone else, I knew what I was doing, whatever. The worst thing is, there's 3 points, there were 3 worst things I did. One of them was always watching people at car boots picking stuff up, because that's not where you learn where the money is. To me, where you learn is watch the sold videos. So go find resellers when you're starting out. People don't watch them that often. This is what I've sold. You see Ricky do it, see Jammy do it, you see them all do it, you even see me do it. And that's because you're watching them pick up stuff at the car boot and say, oh, it sells for this. And then they say, oh, it sells for 120 quid. And in a car boot video, you're like, oh my God, then you see one next week and it's 60 quid and you're on a private account, you think, I'll buy that and double my money. What they don't tell you is, yeah, it sold for 120 quid, but they didn't sell it for 120 quid and it's never sold for them. So that's the first one. The second one is, like I say, after about 3 or 4 months, I bought a storage unit. What was it, storage unit? Like a storage company, it's like 300 odd quid a month. Stupidest thing ever, absolute waste of your money. If you've got a spare space at home, build your own little shed if you can afford it. If you can't, use a little bedroom, whatever. Get you some, another thing like buying all these little container boxes, little things down there. Just, there's always somewhere to put it. Don't waste your money on fucking storage container. Now, if you're a massive reseller, like you're just focusing on hi-fis, hoovers, whatever, and massive items, and making massive, massive profits every sale. You don't have a £10 sale, you have a 10 grand sale, which is absolutely bullshit. Yeah. Obviously then go get a storage unit and stuff like that, but when you first start out, don't even be worrying about that. Just be worrying about making constant sales every day. Like I average between, at least, if I had 5 sales today and that was it for tomorrow, I'd be upset. Do you know what I mean? I want at least like between 5 and 10 sales a day, and I want between at least 100 and 200 pound sales in a day. That's not profit. So don't think, oh, he wants to make 200 pound a day. Like I said this before. I want to have on eBay in the morning to cash out £100 to £200 every single next day morning. Because then if it's a car boot coming up and I've done 100 Monday, 100 Tuesday, then I know Wednesday I can go with 200 quid. And then, yeah, just, that's what I like. That's what I like. And not doing YouTube sooner as well. Like changing the channel over. Up next we've got Crowdeens Justin. I can't read, by the way, if you can not tell. What made you start reselling? Pretty much the same thing. Made me start reselling was I was in my bedroom, saw some stuff, started selling stuff. But then when I actually wanted to do reselling properly, and I was watching videos on it, it was because I was at work and I was watching a podcast. Andrew Tate was on about how to make money. People hate him, whatever, I don't care what you think. And he said, if you got an average wage in the UK at 50 grand, and I was thinking 50 grand isn't an average wage, but you did, and you worked from when you were 16 till you was 93, you'd only be able to afford one of his cars. And that's with saving every penny, not paying a bill. So I thought I need to wake the fuck up here. So I did, and then obviously I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And then when the Alvey thing happened that Christmas, it just pushed me over the edge, and that's why I did it full time. Hopefully that helps. M. Purcell 1882 is back with another question. We'll pop him up. Would you rather have fingers for toes or toes for fingers? What kind of question is that? Let me read that again. Would you rather have fingers for toes or toes for fingers? I want fingers for toes, and I'd be like I can like grab stuff on my toe, like slap a bitch with my feet. You know what I mean? Yeah. AD2025DD. No picture either. Do you rent, pay mortgage, or own the house outright? We don't pay anything. Claim benefits. No, I'm joking. The house is owned. It's our house. We don't pay shit. Our little brother's come in with two questions. The first one: who will be the two teams in the Champions League final? So it's not all about reselling. That's what I like to see. Two teams in the Champions League final this year. It's going to be an all-English final. Liverpool versus Arsenal if they don't meet before. That's what I'm going to go for anyway. And then his second question: how many 10-year-old? Right. Let me just make sure that's not a. No, we're good. We're good. I thought it was going to be bad. Pop it up. How many 10-year-olds could you beat up before they killed you? So I'm guessing all coming at once. Do I have a weapon? If I have a weapon, like a baseball bat, and they don't have a weapon, they're always running at me, I'm taking a lot of them with me. 50, 60 of them. If they don't have, bang, bang, bang. I reckon until I get knackered, which will be quite quick. I reckon 50. I'm happy if 50 10-year-olds come to my gaff now and want it, bosh, I'll do them. And last but not least, Daz didn't get the context of this, so I'll have to pop this up on the screen. Daz put, have you ever farted in a queue and it smelled that bad you have whispered to the people behind you, I think that kid's nappy needs changing, pointing at the pushchair/pram? And the simple answer is no, but I remember one time, this is not a joke, this is God's honest truth. I remember one time, right, I was at my grandma's where I was brought up. She had a wooden floor, like the carpet's recently just been ripped up to get the new carpets in the next day. She said, just sit down, whatever. And I remember I had my bare ass, like I was fully naked as a kid. Must have been like 3 or 4. And I sat on this floor, this wooden floor, probably should have got splinters. Bare ass farted on it, and it like levitated me off the ground. But other than that, no, I haven't blamed anyone in the pram. I usually just blame Alvey or the dog. And the missus goes, oh, dirty bastard. And I know it's the dog. She's like, stinks. But anyway, I hope you like that kind of video. If you do, leave a comment, let me know if you like me to do this again sometime. And it can be any sort of question, it doesn't have to be reselling based. I'll answer anything I can. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe, and get it. Get it.